topic. So here we go. All right, so back in high school, man, I had this guy named Mauricio. He was one of my best friends. He was like one of my ride or dies, and this was a time when I was starting to become more social with everybody. I wasn't that nervous, shy guy that literally would not talk to anybody, that would just stay in his own corner, not really talk to anybody, maybe just play Call of Duty or Battlefield or something like that, and not really talk to anybody. That was the old me. But then when I got to high school around like sophomore, junior year, I started making more friends. I finally started making more friends. I started getting a little more popular, if you want to say, like a little more popular with people. I started hanging out with a lot more. But this guy named Mauricio was one of my best friends, right? He was actually a pretty damn cool friend. He was actually a really good friend. I actually enjoyed being with the guy. Definitely one of my best friends to die. I could trust him with just about anything. So it was funny, though, because this was during like sophomore year where me and him always hung out no matter what, because we had pretty much all the classes together with one another. We had like first block together, third block together, and fourth block together, and we'd always sit beside each other. Even when teachers would have assigned seats to one another, and they would say, "Yo, you're sitting here." We would be like ninjas and like magnets, and we would literally just come closer and closer together, and then somehow miraculously we ended up sitting right next to each other within a week, and no one would say shit because they're like, oh well, that's just Jonathan and Mauricio. They're pretty cool fucking people, and they don't really bother class, so it's like whatever. So when it came to junior year, though, things started changing around. Mauricio got a girlfriend, so he started hanging out a little bit more with the girl. Understandable, when you hang out when you have a girl, you gotta find a way to balance the both. But he wasn't very good with balancing both friends and a girlfriend. He would just pretty much spend his whole entire time with his girlfriend the whole entire time. So that left me in the dark. So it was about 6 months where we really didn't chill out at all. Literally, we didn't chill out at all. And it was his birthday. He was turning 18 years old finally. He's an old motherfucker. He was actually one of those guys that literally started school late. And not only did he start school late, he also got held back one grade because he was stupid enough to actually fail the third grade when he finally got into school. So not only did he actually start school late when he was later than everybody else, he also failed a class. So he was old as a motherfucker. Literally, he was old as a motherfucker. So he ends up texting my phone. And my phone is ringing. And he's like, "Yo, Jonathan, hey, you want to chill out tonight, man? It's been way too long that we've been chilling out. We got the homies, man. We got the fucking crew stacked on deck." And I'm like, "Yeah, no problems, Mauricio, man. No problems, Mauricio, man. Definitely, man. Yeah, we can definitely hang out tonight." So I was like, all right, that's going to be a cool night. So I was thinking that we're going to have a cool night. We're going to the movie theater. We're watching The Devil's Inside Me. I don't know if you guys know what movie that is, but it was a pretty popular movie that was coming out, Devil's Inside. And this movie theater that we're going into, the thing is, mind you, I was only 17 years old at the time when this movie came out. And you had to be, 16 years old when the movie came out. And you had to be 17 in order to purchase tickets to go into the movie theater. But the thing is about this movie theater, they don't really check your ID to know if you're old enough to get in this movie. They really don't give a fuck too much. Not too often. They really don't give a fuck too much. So, I was expecting to just go in there and just to be whatever it is. So I make it to the movie theater myself. I go in there and I'm like, okay, I want one ticket to The Devil's Inside Me. And the guy asked me for an ID. And I'm like, what? Wait, time out. What? You asking for what? An ID? Since when the fuck did you guys ever start asking for IDs? I could have sworn, man, I've seen the Friday the 13th. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I've seen all these rated R movies before, and I swear to God, motherfucker, I have never seen you guys ever ID me for anything. I really want to say that to the guy, but I was like, oh, yo, I'm only 16. I mean, I'm only 1 year away, man. Can you just let me in, man? It's all good. He's like, no, man. This is my job, man. I cannot let you in. And I'm like, dude, it's not that serious, bro. I'm 16, man. You just let me in, bro. It's all good. Just let me in, man. Ain't that serious. It really ain't that serious, man. You can just let me in. It's all good. And so he really wouldn't let me in. So I was just like, all right, fuck it, whatever. So I call Mauricio and I ask him, yo, hey, where are you, man? Where are you guys at? Where are you at, man? Where are you guys at? He's like, we're inside, man. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you, bro. What's wrong with you? I'm like, dude, I can't get in. What do you mean you can't get in? Mauricio says. And I'm like, dude, they won't let me in. They just ID'd me and they said you have to be 17 years old to buy the movie ticket. He's like, dude, what the hell? So why didn't you just, what? Dude, they shouldn't have ID'd you just now. They never ID'd you. He's like, no, it just happened. Yo, so what's the plan then? He's like, well, I don't know. You figure something out because I'm not gonna fucking return my movie ticket. I'm gonna go watch The Devil Inside Me. And I'm like, dude, you invited me to come over here. You literally invited me to come over here. What do you mean you're not gonna actually, just fucking, what do you mean you're not gonna actually just forget about me and just leave me here at the movie theater by myself, without actually me watching the movie. He's like, well, too bad, you shouldn't have been caught. And that kind of pissed me off a little bit, because I was like, dude, you fucking literally just said that you're gonna watch a movie with me. You invited me just so I can watch a movie with you. So now you're telling me that go fuck yourself, Jonathan, because you couldn't get in the movie theater. That's some fucked up shit right there. First off, all right, cool, whatever. I let it go. I let it go at first, right? I let it go. I went to watch something else by myself, and they were pretty much just right there. And the thing is, what pissed me off the most about the end of the night, right? What pissed me off the most is that I had an argument with one of the crew members. His name was Jose. Jose was bitching and complaining about walking over to McDonald's. I'm not sure why. Don't ask me why. It was a weird argument that we had. One of the weirdest arguments that I've ever had with somebody in my whole entire life. But he literally just said that, I'm not walking over to McDonald's. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to walk to McDonald's. Just go home. Just call your parents or something. And he got pissed off that I said that. He literally got pissed off that I said that. And it was funny because everybody pretty much just backed him up for some reason. Even my friend Mauricio, he backed Jose up, saying like, yo, you're being too hostile towards him. You know what I mean? You're being too hostile towards him. I'm like, are you serious? Mauricio, you actually siding with Jose? Yo, he's been complaining to get some food. If he doesn't want to walk to McDonald's just to get some food, then just leave him here. There's no point. It doesn't matter. He doesn't want food. We all want to eat, but you're telling me that he doesn't want to eat, so now the whole entire group has to be suffering with like a hunger just because this guy wants to go. And Mauricio just say, no, man, we gotta all be sticking out as a group. And I'm like, dude, fuck off. You know what I mean? Fuck off. And then I'm like, all right, man, whatever, fine. If that's the case, then all right, man, cool, whatever, bro. And so I go to the bathroom right quick, and I tell the crew, hey, wait for me, guys. I'm gonna go to the bathroom right quick because I really gotta take a piss. I haven't taken a piss the whole entire time. And so when I'm going out to take a piss, and then I get back from taking a piss, the whole crew miraculously fucking is gone, and I'm like, what? Where'd everybody go? And I called them. I'm like, hey guys, where did you guys go? Oh, we decided to go to McDonald's. Meet us there. You just told me you guys weren't going to McDonald's. I'm like, are you serious? You can't be like, what? So that pissed me off to no end, man. And ever since then, man, I for some reason never let it go. I don't know why, but I just never let it go with Mauricio. Cause I don't know, man. That shit pissed me off to this day, and I'm still not friends with the guy to this day. So yeah, that's a little story about a friend that's backstabbed me, if you ask me, in a way. And I don't know, man. Like, honestly, that shit annoyed the fuck out of me. Whenever they just left me by myself to after they told me they weren't going to McDonald's, and then the next thing you know, they're going to McDonald's and they didn't even let me go. They didn't even wait for me. Even Marisa didn't wait for me. Like, I called him on a phone call when I called him about it. I was like, dude, you didn't even wait for me. Like, you weren't even being a good friend. And then he was like, you're being too serious, dude. You don't get it. Like, a good friend would at least back somebody up. You know what I mean? And he didn't really like that too much. He honestly didn't like that too much when I told him. When I told him straight up, like, dude, like, you don't get it. Like, you just don't get it. Like, you weren't being a good friend. You weren't backing me up on any situation at all. So go fuck yourself. And and pretty much, I lost my friend. One of my good friends. But like I said, this wasn't one of those moments in my life where I was just like, I was missing out on friends and stuff. This was more as one of those moments where I was like, all right, it is what it is. If they want to leave, if he wants to leave my circle, then he leaves my circle. It's all good. I got more friends to deal with, so that's my story for you guys. That's the story time with Shadow tonight. I'm going to run out of stories to tell you guys one day.